I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, yeah. Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life.
I just woke up. I woke up half an hour ago from my nap. Tell you the truth, I almost didn't even go live. Oh my god. Hold on. How are y'all doing? Y'all doing good? Sarman, I'm not borrowing it. I'm getting it from him, and I keep forgetting to ask him. Okay, look, I'm not putting a trigger warning up, so if you're going to have a problem watching this, I suggest you leave the live stream. Okay? I'm not putting a trigger warning up. I'm not doing it. And, I mean, I know enough about Lily Orchard to know that it's going to be, you know, disgusting shit. So, if you're going to get triggered, then leave the live stream. So, I'm not even joking. I'm being serious. I know practically nothing, so I'm going to grab a refill and dig in as I work on some stuff. Okay, Essence of Thought wanted to go after this person. Yes. It was Vangelina's video on Lily Orchard that got Essence of Thought on her, saying that she stole screenshots from her and caused Essence of Thought to, I think, start a harassment campaign on Vangelina, which was by proxy a shadow war and a shadow harassment campaign of Rachel Oates, who she's been harassing for years, so. EOT wouldn't go after me. Essence of Thought wouldn't go after me. She just blocked me. She wouldn't say a word to me. No, this isn't new drama. This is actually old drama, Patty. This isn't even really... This is like gross shit. It's not new, though. This is old stuff, but I figured Joon the King probably tells me everything I need to know about it. Yeah, so... And most likely, there is no Lilyverse to be in. I'm watching this video, and then that's it. Okay? I'm not going any further. Because there's nothing new really coming out. I know Courtney gets her ass every now and then. But besides that, no, it's just me watching this video. So this whole Lilyverse shit, you can pack that up and take that home with you. Because that is not going to be me. Yes, egregious. That's what he does, and that's why we're watching this video. So. Well, you did dip your toes during the Stardust versus Sunday dudes. No, I didn't. You know what I did? I hosted 2 people arguing on the internet. That's what I did. I didn't dip my toes into shit. I literally hosted where 2 people were arguing. That's all I did. I didn't dip my toes into shit. Learn what dipping toes is. Dipping toes would be asking questions about the drama, wanting to know more about the drama. Can somebody please explain the drama? Nah, I didn't do any of that. Learn what dipping toes is. What I did was just simply host people fighting. I'm not in the mood tonight, as you can tell. Oh, pause. Alright, so more than likely this is going to be 2 days. 2 live streams. So we're probably going to do half tonight and then the second half probably tomorrow night. More than likely. It's Joon the King, 125. We'll do 125. So, it's so funny. My night audience is so different than my day audience. It's crazy. All right. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to get started. No, Lele, I just woke up. Alright. Let's get started.
728,789. This is the number of words contained in the entire Stockholm series, a work that's contents are so severe, so indescribably concentrated in gratifying certain illegal activities, that its distribution alone can result in punishment if the perpetrator lives in Canada. And Canadian content creator Lillian Orchard, an attached author of this work, has been archived distributing it. Even this pales in comparison to the allegations that are now coming out against Lily, from her sister Courtney that graphically details what she claims Lily did, to Patchwork.
Now, the only thing I know about Courtney is she is Lily's sister, and I know while I was in the middle of fighting with Essence of Thought, it wasn't a fight because Essence of Thought wasn't saying anything back to me. But when I was covering Essence of Thought, Courtney came out with a excellent video basically telling Essence of Thought to stuff it. It was amazing. Oh, well, get on my nerves today. Let's see. When do y'all? No. I'm like, oh. Y'all want magenta or yellow? What color y'all want? Y'all want magenta or yellow? 1 for magenta, 2 for yellow. 1 or 2? Which one do y'all want? Okay. 1 it is. Wait, what did... Sliggins says, did my 5 gifted memberships not go through? Sliggins? I don't think so. I didn't see 5 gifted memberships. Nope. They did not, sir. I think you're lying, Sliggins. I think you didn't send 5 gifted memberships. No, but they didn't. If you did, if that's an actual thing, no, they didn't go through. But thank you. He's laughing in chat. Oh, I see how it is, Sliggins. I should hide you for that. Matter of fact, I should time you out for 24 hours. So not only can you not say anything today, but you won't be able to say anything tomorrow because more than likely I will go live before 10 p.m. tomorrow. Do I have to jump in that voice chat that y'all are in? Because I will. I'll jump in there and expose you. Alright, let's get started.
Detailing the extreme art that they made for Lily. There exists a seemingly endless stream of transgressions in the already highly contentious children's television reviewer space that Lily exists in. Even Lily has shown to greatly dislike herself.
Ugh, I'm so goddamn sick and tired of being me.
Adding to the confusion is the mystery of her alleged infamous alias, Terra Callie, her history as Ballspawn, and an obsession with the Pokemon God of War. This, without exaggeration, only scratches the surface.
Why is Pokemon always involved? If it's not Pokemon, it's Sonic. Like, why? It's almost like, why is there always Smash Brothers and Minecraft? Like, what the hell? Oh my god.
Bruh. Even with Lily constantly scrubbing her history, there exist enough archives to capture this otherwise unbelievable story that will be as...
There it goes! Sliggin with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Sliggins. Thank you, Sliggins. Listen, it doesn't matter, Core. He still gave the 5 gifted members. It doesn't matter if we guilted him into it or not. He still gave it. He still gave it up. Like the membership hussy he is, he gave it up. Thank you, Sliggins. I gotta change my icon, too. Like my little icons that come up for memberships and donations. I want to get rid of the cats, but I haven't found anything that I want yet. So... Wait. Why is it showing up as 2? Okay, that's weird. Alright, I don't know. They're doing some weird stuff tonight. Alright.
Assembled in this video. Quote, Ballspawn was born on May 30th, 1992. Having a rough childhood due to bullying and torment at school, he had a mental break.
L. McNasty, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Why not use your anger instead? RSV, I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you. And there's Core with the 1 gifted membership. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I can only afford 1. It's okay, Core. You know what? All good. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Listen, it's all appreciated. Don't matter how much. Thank you.
Quote, Ballspawn was born on May 30th, 1992. Having a rough childhood due to bullying and torment at school, he had a mental breakdown at the age of 14 and was sent to the Ray Allen Center on November 28, 2006 for a month. Unquote. There are several things of note from this quote. First is this is one of the earliest standing archived entries involving Lily. Second is the name Ballspawn. This was her online moniker, likely derived from the race of Ball from Dungeons & Dragons, a race more so known for aligning with evil. But this influence was more than likely through Baldur's Gate, which Lily has been known to play, as it also licenses the Dungeons & Dragons IP. Third is this was Lily pre-transition, when her name was Jerry Pete, and as such going forward, all quotes or references towards Lily will be read to reflect her currently. The fourth and final point is the specificity of this fanfiction wiki. Despite Lily being relatively unknown at the time, this page goes into extreme detail, but it does so without any sources in the general biography section. Yet many of these assertions have been proven to be true. This means that this was either written by someone who knew Lily well, or this page was written by Lily herself. The page includes insight on Lily, who was 14 at this point, stating that she was sent to 2 different care centers because of severe depression and what comes with it. Things hardly improve from here.
So Lily's always had an issue. Well, I'm not surprised by that from what I have heard about Lily Orchard. That doesn't surprise me.
Quote, entering the ACT program, Ballspawn became known for a hit series, Animal Magnetism. Publishing the first chapter on September 24, 2007, it became a hit due to its originality and questionable content. Using the story, Ballspawn coined the term, quote-unquote, Pokephilia, meaning a human who falls in love with a Pokemon, unquote. Animal Magnetism, an alleged 4-part series, centers around a particular love interest, a Gardevoir, a Pokemon with distinct humanistic traits.
So honestly, it was just the fact that it looks like a girl and she found porn of it.
That was Courtney Pete, Lily's sister in a stream, providing context to Lily's interest. In Courtney's now-removed Tumblr, she shared a story of the time.
What? Okay, listen. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Maybe it's because I'm old or whatever. Because I'm sure people did that same shit with like Scooby-Doo and the rest of them. But I do not understand why people want to see... Okay, we're early in the live stream. So, want to see, let's just say, explicit drawings of cartoon characters. I don't get it. I don't understand why people want to see that stuff. Like, why? I don't get how anybody can get their rocks off looking at something like that. You know? Even before the internet, I'm sure it happened. Not everything's the internet. The thing is we see it out loud now. I'm sure it happened before the internet, but I'm just saying, I don't understand how people can get their rocks off to stuff like that. You know? I do not get it. Silver says, what you don't understand could fill a library. Silver, you're probably not wrong. You know why? Because I live in the real world. I touch grass. I have spent more time touching grass in life than I've been on the internet full time like this. So yes, you're probably correct on that. I understand like real world interactions. I am still learning about this internet shit. This is crazy. Sarman, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Xylie gets wood chipping. Yeah, no, throw them all in the wood chipper. You know, my editor, Jaded. By the way, something coming to you, Jaded, and it's coming later tonight, by the way. My editor, Jaded, she brought up a really good point. We were talking the other day. And she was like, I think they should take warning labels off of things. I was like, why do you think they should take warning labels off of things? And she's like, survival of the fittest. She goes, those who are too dumb not to do the stupid shit they put warnings on warning labels, if they go, they go. It's survival of the fittest. And you know, I'm actually starting to agree with her. You know? Natural selection. Absolutely, Jaded. I actually agree with you. Take the warning labels off. Shit. Let the Darwin games begin. Exactly, Rove. Exactly. I agree. And yes, George Carlin was right, man. Man.
Time, a 12-year-old Lily downloaded several illicit images of that Gardevoir from a library.
Why?
Quote, she used to bring it home and hide it under the shed outside. I found it all at once. All of it was Gardevoir's spread eagle. I showed our parents because Lily had lied about why she was banned from the library. Unquote. This obsession with Gardevoir is very real. Never shaken, always present. What's more, Lily allegedly followed it up with a second series about a half Gardevoir, half human. Then shifted her writing to a Family Guy fanfic known as Whispering Illusion, and then followed it up with Tale.
Okay, whoever said this is Chris Chan levels, it kind of does sound like Chris Chan levels, in a sense of like how Chris Chan created a whole different universe with characters based off of Sonic. So whoever said that in the chat, okay, I get what you're saying now. I get exactly what you're saying now. I didn't know about that part. Molten for $1.99. 2 words, Jessica Rabbit. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Molten for the $1.99. Apparently, Molten is a degenerate. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. That was a joke. That was a joke. You're not a degenerate. That was a great movie, by the way. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Fantastic movie. And if you don't like it, go kick rocks and stub your pinky toe. Just saying.
Tale of the Valkyrie. The story has not been archived or is difficult to find, but there are reviews that break down key points of interest like this one that mention the possibly self-insert character Matthew Ryder, who falls in love and procreates with the character Meg Griffin. Their child, Jaina, then is described as entering into a relationship with Stewie Griffin, who is a family member. This time...
Wait, what? What? No. Wait a minute.
It's difficult to find, but there are reviews that break down key points of interest like this one that mention the possibly self-insert character Matthew Ryder, who falls in love and procreates with the character Meg Griffin. Their child, Jaina, then is described as entering into a relationship with Stewie Griffin, who is a family member. This type of relationship would often be found in Lily's writings. Additionally, the review makes the observation, quote, we believe that the author took this name from the Valkyr, a dark angel creature that appears in World of Warcraft. The fact that the story swaps between Valkyrie and Valkyr on an almost regular basis is further proof of this.
Okay, internet was a mistake. The internet was a mistake. That's all. That's all this boils down to. The internet was a mistake. I truly believe that. And granted, it's how I make my money. You know? This is practically my part-time job. But, you know, it's how I make my money. And yes, it was a mistake. The internet was a mistake.
Unquote. The distinct Valkyr from World of Warcraft would also play a larger role in tying Lily to her lesser-known aliases. Lily continued to write fanfictions of her favorite media, being Pokemon, Warcraft, Family Guy, and Star Wars. But not all of Lily's interests in media were mainstream, as she was also a notable fan of The Escapist, a sort of web magazine that covered video game and hosted Zero Punctuation, a web series that was one of, if not the largest draw of the website. These videos had a recognizable yellow background with simplistic art and fast-paced narration that also delivered a string of quips that were tied to the equally fast-paced visual gags.
And I hate when I look back on my time with them more and realize that I've just flushed away months of my life that I could have spent writing a best-selling book or raising a child or pounding nails into my face.
Lily's looser ties from the website come from the banned Ballspawn account that at one point stated, quote, I have taken a life in self-defense, unquote. The stronger ties are mentions of the website in understanding its coverage.
This morning I received an email from someone who had gotten into a bit of a video game debate with someone on The Escapist, which already doesn't...
Gerard, Gex? Is it Gexwald? Is it, how do I say your name? Because you always complain I never say your name right. Can I just say Gex? Is that okay? For 5. Xylie, you're only a few minutes in the hole. Goes deeper. You think it does? I don't know. I'm 6 minutes in, and the video is 2.5 hours. Do you think there's more? Do you think? I don't know. I was guessing. Okay, I can say Gex? Okay, awesome. Gex. That's what I will say from now on. Gex. Gex, what do you think? I don't know. There's 2.5 hours worth of shit. Do you think there's more than what I just seen in 5 minutes? I don't know. Color me surprised. Akiku, are you saying I'm drunk, Akiku? Is that why you're throwing up the tipster beers? I know what you meant, Gex. Listen, I'm trying to wake up, alright? And how I wake up is by picking on y'all. You know how it works in this chat. Just because we're doing this live stream at 10 p.m. and not 2 p.m., it doesn't mean you're not going to catch strays. Okay, guys? You're going to catch strays. And plus, I just woke up now an hour ago. Okay? Give me some time. Meowser, thank you for joining the Just Saying squad. I appreciate it. Thank you. Art Cryptic for 2. Good luck with this clusterfuck of a person. I'm surprised they let... Oh, no, because you did the... Okay. But person Xylie. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Thank you for the 2.
Sound. It doesn't sound like it's going into pleasant territory because someone had a debate on the internet about video games.
This video originated from the Ball Spawn YouTube account created on May 5th, 2009. Though it originated...
Wait, so that was Lily? Oh, so that was Lily. Okay.
This video originated from the Ball Spawn YouTube account created on May 5th, 2009.
Baron for 10. Hello, Xylie. Here is some money to get through the video. Thank you, Baron. I appreciate the 10. Thank you very much.
Though it originated from here, it can no longer be found on Lily's channel current day. But it can be found on Dailymotion that serves to archive some Lily's original videos as Ball Spawn. There are 15 videos in this collection ranging widely in presentation, topic, and the possible date uploaded ranging from circa 2009 all the way to 2014. Even so, this collection, alongside Lily's favorite videos, provide much insight to Lily's choices of content and what possibly influenced it, like enjoying the nostalgia critic as seen in her favorite videos, or Josh Scorcher, also known as the Fiery Joker, who's often mentioned in her videos.
It's like the Fiery Joker episode.
The clearest influence is zero punctuation, as Lily has made videos blatantly in that style.
You should never trust rap stars, Catholics, men with a windowless van, women who shit on classic literature, and your own parents. I think as we grow up, we slowly learn that our parents have no idea what they're doing, and that they're just winging it their whole lives. It's very humbling.
The majority...
Huh. They're disturbed. Adric for 2. Someone get Xylie a monster, she'll need it. No, it's too late for caffeine like that. I have a Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm good. I have just enough caffeine.
Majority of Lily's interests, as far as content creators go, are in creators that upload satirical critical pieces on media, whether it be movies or video games. Though Lily applies their presentation style, the topics she chooses to cover tend to be highly controversial. Like this video about gun control that includes footage recreated in Gary's mod of a certain school tragedy in the 90s that involved a very specific gun.
No! Yeah, and I know why Joon the King didn't say the name of the gun and also the name of... I know what he's talking about, yeah.
And for that reason cannot be shown. There's also this video that someone denounces religion, deducing that differences in opinion lead to conflict.
I remember that. I remember when that happened. I remember specifically when that happened. Yep.
Videos like these, on serious subjects, even when not approached aggressively, will provoke viewers with largely varying opinions. It is safe to say that Lily was receiving a fair amount of comments disagreeing with her. Even with much softer subjects, such as a video on the platform's theme, was primed with deterrences for pushback that likely received the opposite effect.
Latch onto Valve as much as you want, but do not jump into the comment section to start barking your retorts about why I should use Steam, or all the positives, or whatever else you're going to say to make sure Valve never needs to pay for marketing, because I don't fucking care.
Oh, so you don't like pushback of any kind. Welcome to YouTube. It's what happens.
Comments will not be approved, and they will not even be read. You are wasting your time.
There are also the advice videos.
That's funny. That's what Essence of Thought does. Oh my god. I found a parallel. That's exactly what Essence of Thought does. If you type any kind of message of any kind of pushback under Essence of Thought's videos, she will delete them.
None stand out more than this one.
And I have strong reason to believe this video will divide people, piss people off, and very well lose me more than a few fans. And for good reason. So, let's talk about incestuous relationship.
A catalyst
Oh my god, what? Wait, what?
than this one.
And I have strong reason to believe this video will divide people, piss people off, and very well lose me more than a few fans. And for good reason. So, let's talk about incestuous relationship.
A catalyst for this conversation, as Lily claims, came from a parent seeking advice.
Today we're focusing on one particular example, a father who came to me for help regarding his teenage son and daughter, so I will be speaking as if directly to him for the most part, much like my mailbag videos.
Well,
Oh god. Okay, Passion, hi Xylie in chat. Thank you for being a member for 25 months.
Lily claims is that the
Okay, any other donations or whatever, when I hit to a certain point, I'm going to read them. But we're gonna get through this.
father's kids in question are 14 and 15 or 1 year apart. Coincidentally, Lily and her lesser-known sister Courtney are also 1 year apart. As for the video, Lily disregards judging it based off morality because Lily disregards the general concept of morality.
There's no such thing as objective and absolute morality. Even murder, the one thing we all agree is a horrible thing, is considered to be all right to do in the most extreme of cases, so I've never bought the idea that anything can be morally right or wrong.
This goes on for an additional minute, where nothing...
Oh no. There were red flags. There were signs. There were signs.
is effectively added to the argument.
As for my help, you're obviously asking whether you should approve or disapprove. I hate to tell you this, sir, but it's not your place to do either. What you have to do is decide whether or not you could accept this about them.
As a whole, Lily's videos are angry, distracted, and uninsightful. But there is another element. This video in particular is being brought forward through the guise of a question proposed by an unidentified parent. The likelihood of a parent approaching a teenage YouTuber for advice for this very unique, highly sensitive problem is not very high. Lily has also written stories gratifying these sort of relationships, such as in Tale of the Valkyrie with Stu Griffin and his nephew. Whether this anonymous parent exists or not, Lily wants to talk about incest in some capacity. Another yet significantly more direct example of this is her video on mental illness.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Paul Spawn, and welcome to RBI Live. This one on mental illnesses.
This is not so much a video about mental illness, or even just Lily's opinions on mental illness, as she stated in the video. It is more than that.
Let's start by saying that psychiatry is a...
Now, I know Lily Orchard is still around because they had put out a video, I believe, responding to Courtney. So I know they're still around. How?
Field I have no respect for. I have no respect for the field of psychiatry. Psychology, yes. Psychiatry, no. There's a hospital. There's a mental health hospital near where I live. It's in Halifax. It's called the IWK Health Center. It's a children's hospital that also handles teenage cases. In January, I went into cardiac arrest after accidentally overdosing on risperidol, which is a medication I take for pervasive developmental disorder.
While Lily denounces psychiatry and tries to drive the video in a more general discussion about the effects of narrowing the treatment of a patient through the diagnosis to then directionless rambling, she goes back to talking about herself. And it becomes apparent that this is a video about her grievances.
I find it's funny how child psychologists can spend years in school learning how to deal with children, but they've never met a child in their life, probably. Probably. Except for when they were children, they probably never talked to a child in their life. Child psychology is another field I have no respect for, and there's another problem with psychiatry and child psychology. It's all very children specific, and you can never paint two children with the same brush. No, they're like snowflakes. No two children are the same.
Lily, being diagnosed with autism, feels both misunderstood and neglected.
The biggest problem is that it's only for children. All these diagnoses and the symptoms go towards children. So if someone is born in a time where these diagnoses aren't common, if they weren't born in the last 5 or 6 years, they're lost because they're teenagers now.
I feel like somebody went wrong somewhere.
And they have no help. That was the problem, is that when I was diagnosed with PDD when I was 16. And there was nothing for me because I was a teenager. Everything was for small children and early childhood development. And there was no help for teenagers with mild autism. When I was in the IWK, I had 5 psychiatrists handling my case. I never spoke to a single one of them. at all. Not a single one of them ever came to speak to me. And the whole time I was thinking, these people are the ones handling my case, and they won't even come down and talk to me?
A motive for centering a video about a general topic to then be an explorative piece on her personal experiences could be to get public opinion on herself without explicitly tying it to herself. Typically, analysis of these motives would be unfounded, if not for Tara Callie, a person that has not been proven to exist, yet has eerily similar interests to Lily. As for Lily's ties to Tara, they can be seen at the intro and end credits of her videos. Tara is credited as the director. Other credits include Vomitron, the channel where the music is sourced from. Lily receives credits.
So are they haven't found the people, or do they think that they're made up? What? Rhythm goes, I hate how she waters down what transphobia is by claiming everything against her is related to transphobia. Well, guess what? We've already had to deal with that with Essence of Thought. We've had to deal with that with Keffels also. So, I dare anyone to try to say I'm transphobic. They can kiss my ass. I do not care. Oh, and I will say this. I did see on Twitter where they were getting on Joon the King for his thumbnail, saying his thumbnail was transphobic. Fuck off. Fuck off with that. Fuck off with that. When I saw that, I was like, okay, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to shut the hell up and stop. Baron for 5, no two children are the same is such a wild statement. And Baron for 5, just wait. Alright. I'm gonna not read y'all for a little while, as far as donations go.
Several different times, sometimes through alter egos. Similarly, the Psychosocialist receives credit through their YouTube handle as an actor and real name as the editor. So even though Tara is the alleged director of the projects, she is never shown. Another important bit about the intro is that it states it is presented by Valkyr Studios. A quick search shows that Lily was likely not using this name in an official capacity, but she did treat it as more than just a garnish. One of them is this blog that is still standing. The most recent post, dated December 25th, 2011, Lily both signs a post as Valkyr Studios and refers to it as a company with Lily as the sole employee. But that was in 2011. In 2013, much changed. On Derby Boru, a sort of image board dedicated to the increasingly popular series My Little Pony, which is a series
Oh my god, always My Little Pony. I'm gonna be honest. Kinda glad I never had a kid. Not gonna lie. I'm kinda glad I never had a kid. I really am. Just saying. It's always My Little Pony. It's always Sonic, My Little Pony, Pokemon. Yeah, those three. It's always those three. Somewhere in there, it's one if not all three, in this case all three, one of those three are always going to pop up in these situations. I'm over it.
He had become a fan of. What appears to be happening in this discussion is someone posted an image of Lily's Tumblr. Within this image is Lily responding to the claim that feminists are largely not involved in the brony community by posting the image of its creator, who is a feminist. The second posted comment is Tara Callie responding to the first comment, asking if the creator is really a feminist. But then the third comment recognizes that this post originated from Lily and states derisively, quote, "Getting burned by ball spawn is like losing a beauty contest to Steve Buscemi," unquote. This immediately sparked an argument where in the next page, Tara defends Lily, stating she prefers, quote, "rational and non-emotional thinking over everything else," unquote. But there is still disagreement, as a forum member contends Lily's content is full of contradictory nonsense. It gets to the point where Lily as Ballspawn comes in and scolds both Tara and the person she was arguing with, stating, quote, "This is not the place to discuss moral philosophy," unquote. With the cat out of the bag, Lily as Ballspawn goes on a comment spree. This goes on for several pages until an administrator of the website steps in, linking to 9 different commenters, 7 of which are anonymous posters. The other 2 are Ballspawn and Tara. And one additional anon was also linked as it was responsible for posting the initial image kicking off this thread. There are commonalities in all these accounts as pointed out by the administrator. Quote, Op, Tara Callie, Ballspawn, and the BP post supporting Ballspawn are all the same person. And they're getting a nice ban not for participating in one-man circle jerk, but for removing tags that a moderator instructed not to remove twice.
Wait. OP, Tara Callie, Ball Spawn, and the BP post supporting Ball Spawn are all the same person. So Tara Callie was Lily. Isn't that the same person that supposedly... Hold on. Okay.
Below is my reaction to the remarkable stupidity you've been displaying here, unquote. In an attempt to keep their charade going, one anonymous account states, quote, there are 8 people in Valkyrie Studios, and they all use a VPN for resource exchange, so of course they're going to show up as the same IP, unquote. After the administrator shames Ballspawn once more, they go on to say, quote, surprise, we don't just see IPs, unquote, implying that they can see all the posts also came from the same device type. This is yet another reason why Tara Callie is...
Remember, that's how Creepshow Art got busted. That's exactly how Creepshow Art got busted, remember? Do y'all remember that, fiasco with Creepshow Art? That's exactly how she got busted. It wasn't just same IP, but it was same device.
It's believed to not exist. Lily, in a future Tumblr post, stated in response to the accusations of inventing a person, quote, someone used my laptop to shitpost on the internet and I've been getting blamed for it ever since, unquote. As time progressed, Lily's excuses would become even less believable, and the project she worked on would become ever more disturbed. In 2012, Lily was not only writing a fanfiction, she was creating a game with the same name through RPG Maker, written and published chapter by chapter. It took the majority of 2012 for the written work to be complete. The story was not notably graphic or perturbing, but it did retain Lily's key influences as the story begins and is centered around the characters of My Little Pony, only to be crossed by a Valkyr. The gist of this is that this Valkyr is a destroyer of perceived dying worlds, even if it's done through genocide, and as such, it kills many ponies before being confronted by one to parley.
What? Why?
Valkyr's name is revealed to be Essentia, a tall female figure with distinct, quote, dark red hair, unquote. Essentia talking to the pony gives her hope, and as such, it reverses its destruction before then going back to its people. Many things happen. The Valkyr is reprimanded for not doing its job, and as such it sides with the ponies, and in the end is redeemed. The important bit, relevant to Lily Orchard, is a character guilty of genocide is redeemed, as will be pertinent in the future. There's also fan art of this work, created by Nintendo Gal 55. But Nintendo Gal 55 is not just a fan of Lily's work, she is a collaborator. The ties through her and Lily are quite direct. On Lily's Tumblr as Ballspawn, on the right-hand side, Nintendo Gal 55 is being undeniably promoted as, quote, part of the team.
This is literally some murder mystery shit right here. This is like murder mystery level type of shit. Like, what is this? Bruh. Hold on. Let me, switch things around here so it'll be easier. Let me put this over here. That way it'll be easier for me to read donations when I get to that part. Okay. And then we go back to that. Okay, now I have it set up much easier. So when I go to read donations, it'll be easier to do that.
Unquote. Alongside Tara Callie. And the Ask Ballspawn Tumblr is also certainly Lily's, as the Tumblr is promoted in archives of Lily's channel, alongside 2 wikis, a DeviantArt, Lily's blog, a TV Tropes page, a merch page, and a Facebook account. In other archives of Lily's channel, Nintendo Gal 55 is again being promoted by Lily. Here, Lily is also promoting 2 of her own additional channels. One that is dedicated to ponies, and the other that is dedicated to gaming. While their catalog of uploads have been wiped, the gaming channel has a singular playlist with a single video of Nintendo Gal 55 playing Doomsday Ascending. She likely got this either directly from Lily or downloaded the demo Lily posted.
Wow, this game has a warning against not safe for work content. That means it's good! At least in the minds of children, anyway.
The game itself, being a demo, is mostly true to Lily's Doomsday Ascending story. It is also confusing to navigate to the point that Nintendo Gal 55, a vocal supporter of Lily, takes issue with it.
I'm gonna be honest, my ADHD is going off the rails with this video. I'm not gonna lie. Let me do this. Lily for 5. I'm getting mad at these MFers using the term transphobia loosely. Ugh, also this is a rough documentary. Take care everyone. Bye Lily. Psy for 5, and that VPN claim is as stupid as Creepshow Art saying Amy spoofed my IP. True, that was absolutely crazy that Creepshow came up with that bullshit excuse. Baron, for 5, it was Xylie in the kitchen with the dagger. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Okay, I have to admit, this took me over an hour to get right. I had so many complications, it wasn't even funny. So this is now my, I think my 4th time playing it today. That's right, 4th time. It took me over an hour to do, but, you know, completely worth it.
Reviewers not so attached to Lily were not as generous with their criticisms of the game. On EquestriaGaming.net, there exists a review calling the game uninspired and dull, full of inaccessible buildings with open doors, unclear quests, human clothes in pony shops, etc. Quote, this game was bad enough already, but adding pony porn was the last straw. Unquote. For these reasons, the game got a hound grade of 2 out of 10, as seen at the bottom of the review. The reviewer does not speak in exaggeration about the pony porn. This is very much part of the game.
And okay, for this, I decided to see what would happen when I break her. And, I had to cut it because I wanted this to be as safe for work as possible.
It is important to note that Lily, at this point in time, was at least 20 years old, and all current and future works were written through the mind of an adult. As for Doomsday Ascending, if select ponies are approached, the player is given the option to embody or break a pony's spirit. The break option can lead to the death of the NPC, but will also guarantee an option to view a not safe for work image of the pony. While not available in Nintendo Gal's 55's playthrough of Doomsday Ascending, she did upload a separate video that includes all the graphic imagery completely uncensored and therefore cannot be shown in this video.
What?
2 of the images are exceptionally grievous as they contain a smaller, likely younger pony being preyed upon by a larger and potentially older pony.
Why? Why? There is no good excuse for that. Why? Degenerate freaks. Bruh. There is no good reason for any of that. It is a great excuse for a woodchopper, though. I will say that. It is a good excuse for a woodchopper. She was Voss before Voss was a thing? Yeah, apparently.
One scene is of ponies in the shower, and the other one is clearly a sexual act that won't be further described. The most unspeakable commonality between these 2 images is that they are exactly what happens in the fanfiction A Mother's Love, A Daughter's Passion. A piece so offensive, the work aside from select quotes will have to be censored. This is again a story written in the universe of My Little Pony, with character Twilight Sparkle, who is also the main focus of Doomsday Ascending, playing the mother of the filly, Nyx. A filly is a young female horse, and Nyx is a fan creation by fan writer Penn Stroke, who has explicitly requested to not use her character in a sexual setting. In a story, A Mother's Love, A Daughter's Passion, this request is ignored and is written to gratify crimes of a sexual nature relating to differences in age and the offenders being family. In the story, a character is described thinking, quote, it was wrong, it was also sweet, unquote. As gruesome as this work is, how does it relate to Lily beyond involving her key interests? These ties are not as direct. The author for this work goes by the alias Alcordiv. This still does not tie it to Lily, but it does tie it to Terra. Recalling how Lily linked her team on her Tumblr, being Nintendo Gal 55 and Terra Cali, we can also use this to verify Terra Cali's Tumblr. There is only one issue. When going to the Terra Cali Tumblr URL, the account seemingly no longer exists, and the Terra Cali Tumblr is not archived except for a single screenshot on Archive Today. Though the archive page itself is largely useless, it is the top of the Archive Today website that is of utmost importance. It shows that the screenshot was from someone trying to archive the Terra Cali Tumblr. But Tumblr itself, when this page was archived in 2015, redirected it to the renamed page which now sits in its current state as Valorous Vixen. What this all means is that Lily promoted the Terra Cali account on her Tumblr as a team member. This is a direct link, but around 2014, Terra changed her Tumblr name to Valorous Vixen. Both old comments and old redirects prove that these are the same accounts, and why this is important is because Terra took credit for the work. This happened because someone riffed on the story, and
they think that Lily is Terra because of how it was on that that one page where it wasn't just the same IP. Yo, this is some murder mystery shit, and it's literally breaking my brain. It's bad enough the degenerate shit that we're seeing or talking about, but like this person is this person, who's that person, who they turned into this person. It's like a murder mystery, bro.
The Tara Callie Tumblr account linked the riff and stated, quote, "Putting aside the gratitude of finally having someone point out all the spelling and grammar mistakes I made, this is just hysterical," unquote. This admittance means that Tara Callie is also the user Alcordiv, the alias used to post the original work. Tara's Tumblr reveals much more than just this connection. It also directly links the Tara Derpy Borio account. In a separate post, she admits to using Lily's computer. Yet in all these posts, there is not a single image of her. At most, she describes herself as having, quote, "deep red," unquote, as a natural hair color. And though at this point, in around 2013, where Lily has known Tara for about 5 years, no one else has seen her except for Lily. This is all while she claims to have had sexual relations with Lily, all while Lily lived at her parents' trailer. Surely Lily's parents must have seen her if she's interacted with Lily.
Wait, okay. Wait a minute. This was pre-coming out as trans. Maybe, and I'm only throwing a theory out there, okay? So I can't say this is for a fact. But maybe Tara was like the embodiment before Lily. You know what I mean? Because that was before Lily came out as trans. Yeah, so Tara could have possibly been the embodiment. You know what I mean? So, that's it seems like to me that possibly could be it.
Lily for that long, but she has an excuse for that too. Quote, "I spoke to her brother on Facebook, but I kept away from her parents. I honestly did not want to meet them. They're not nice people," unquote. Even Lily's father, according to Tara, doesn't believe she exists. Quote, "I even heard Lily's own father accuse me of not being real," unquote. This was not very convincing, considering that Tara is credited as the director of Lily's old videos.
Yeah,
she should
there
have
we
been
go.
present within Lily's household. But then Tara states she has been screen present, so surely Lily must have an archive of her being on camera in old videos, yet not a single frame of her has been found. What's more, while Tara claims she is the director of these works, she describes the job of an editor. Quote, "So yeah, I'm behind..."
Is Lily schizophrenic? I'm not even... That's a legit question. Is Lily schizophrenic? I'm not saying that to meme. I'm being dead ass serious when I say this. Because we have a lot of made up people here. I'm not saying Tara did exist, people. You possibly could have just heard me say that Tara was made up and was like the embodiment of Lily before Lily was a thing, because this was pre-coming out that they were trans. You know what I mean? So... Oh, yeah, no, Synthetic Pot, you're absolutely A-okay. You're okay. Listen, I'm working this out in my head, okay? That all this is right here when I'm talking like this, I'm literally, look, between the way Joon the King talks and all this information he's given you just in the 24 minutes of this, it's a lot of information that my ADHD brain is like exploding, okay? So I have to talk it out to understand what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? Because that's a lot of information we got, and it's a lot of different names. And my ADHD brain, my brain, oh my God. My ADHD brain is like having a hard time keeping up with it, so I have to talk it out. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking, Rhythm. Something like that, yes. You know? I already have merch. The store is connected to the channel.
And the seams, I'm the director. I make sure everything is good to go before it's published. Unquote. It is safe to say the majority of Tara's posts are about Lily, often complimenting Lily by saying things...
Gee, I wonder why. Maybe because it was Lily. Duh. Lily made up her own fan.
Like, quote, "You're the best person to do it. You're actually intelligent and know how to argue someone's points and not turn it into a mudslinging match. This would be the best thing for everyone," unquote. Tara also makes the connection, quote, "Am I like a female Lily, or is Lily like a androgynous me?" Unquote.
And
Quote, "Am I like a female Lily, or is Lily like a..."
I bet you I'm right. I bet you I'm right. Tara was like Lily before Lily was a thing. Tara was like the outward, like the imaginary Lily before Lily was actually a thing, before Lily came out as trans. It was what she wanted to be. Yes, synthetic teapot. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yep, that's what it seemed. Now, granted, as you all know, I don't have proof of any of this. I'm just working it out on what's going on with the story. But that's what it seems like to me. Because nobody has proof of Tara even being alive, okay, or being a person. I'm sure there are people out there in the world named Tara, obviously. But this particular Tara, nobody knows who they are. And then you had the one series of posts where they were not only using the same IP, but most likely the same device, okay? That means it was Lily doing it. I think Tara was Lily before Lily was a thing. Yeah, she beta tested. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Lily beta tested with Tara. There we go. There we go. That's the easiest way to put it. Lily was beta testing with Tara. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes.
A androgynous me, unquote.
And I wouldn't be making these accusations of this egregious nature if I wasn't for sure.
You see, if there's one thing that anyone who has followed Jerry knows the most about him throughout his entire internet career, it is that he has a deep-seated desire for control.
She does not see people as people. She sees them as things for her to use.
Britt was a viewer turned friend of Lily's.
I met her in 2010. I ended up subscribing to her, watched her for a little bit, ended up sending her a message on YouTube's old personal message system.
Wait, YouTube had a personal message system? Oh my God, thank God they don't have that anymore. Thank you, Jesus. That does not exist anymore. Oh my God. They had a personal message system? Oh my, thank you, God. That does not exist. Ugh. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know why they took that down, but I am personally happy they got rid of that. No, stranger, they don't need to bring it back. My comment section alone makes me appreciate that they got rid of it. Okay? And half of what y'all say in my chat, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I don't have that. I was on YouTube in 2005. Oh, so it was like early days. Oh my God.
For a little bit, ended up sending her a message on YouTube's old personal message system. We started talking back and forth and eventually moved to Skype, and that's pretty much how we became friends and started talking regularly.
The significance of this is that Britt has screenshotted and later uploaded many of these chats, and not exactly just with Lily.
Lily had referenced Tara Callie in a lot of her videos, like she was credited as being a director. Lily had talked about her before. Tara was allegedly a friend of hers that lived in her neighborhood. And yeah, one day Tara Callie popped up on Facebook and started messaging me.
Britt also uploaded some of the conversation.
No. Really? Get the fuck out of here.
with Tara amounting to 132 screenshots with Tara alone. All in all, these are of a sexual nature, either referencing Tara's experience with Lily or flirting with Britt. The ones of a sexual nature not related to the former category are extremely grotesque and as such cannot be described in detail.
No, get out of here. That is so creepy. No. Okay. You know, no, that might be too deep into reality TV lore. That almost sounds like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. That almost sounds like the stalker that Mary Brown from Sister Wives, the stalker that Mary Brown had, where she was talking to this dude, and I don't care what she says on the show, goddammit. I honestly believe that she fell for the quote-unquote the dude, right? And she would talk to the dude at like on the phone and stuff like that, and she was romantically involved. I don't care what she says, okay? And then the dude would introduce her to a friend of his who was a woman. And she even drove this woman to another location or something. And come find out the whole time it was that woman. And that woman had been trying to, like, get money out of them or something. Yeah, her catfish. Yeah. This reminds me of that catfishing situation that Mary Brown had. Because that's what was happening. I mean, can you really... Listen, can you blame her for wanting to leave Cody for the supposed dude that was saying all the right things to her because Cody was completely ignoring her because he loved his fourth wife better than everybody else and completely got rid of the rest of them? Just saying. Do you blame her? But anyway, you know... F Cody, and I've never seen that show. Listen, I'm on I'm on the current season, and I'm rewatching. I'm in season 4 now, rewatching them, and then watching the new episodes on Sunday. I'm sorry, I love reality TV. All right, kiss my butt.
These two screenshots are of Tara admitting to doing things with a dog. This one,
What?
Tara admitting to being into Volcon, or the interest in young ponies, admitting to former category, are extremely grotesque and as such cannot be described in detail. These two screenshots are of Tara...
You seriously ate out a dog? Yep, and the dog sat still and enjoyed... What? Bro... Really? Really? Like, why? Why do we have to do this? Why do people like this have to exist? Bring back sanitariums. Just bring them back. Bring them back. Bring back the creepy hospitals with the padded rooms. Just bring them back.
Tara admitting to doing things with a dog. This one is Tara admitting to being into Volcon, or the interest in young ponies, which also makes it all the more likely that she did write A Mother's Love, A Daughter's Passion. There are also a fair amount of screenshots where Tara is trying to convince Britt to get sexual with Lily. This was a problem for a litany of issues.
Yeah, when me and Lily knew each other, she was fully identifying as a cisgender man, and I'm a lesbian.
Lily was quite aware of this.
Yeah, that...
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. So... Oh, what's her name again? Okay, Britt. Okay. So, Lily starts messaging Britt through Tara because she knows, as at that time identifying as a cisgender man, that Britt would have no interest in her, but as Tara might have a chance because Tara is a woman. She was beta testing. She was beta testing. That's exactly what she was doing.
For a litany of issues.
Yeah, when me and Lily knew each other, she was fully identifying as a cisgender man, and I'm a lesbian.
Lily was quite aware of this.
Yeah, that was like the main the main point of contention between us, is she kept trying to use any means possible to try and convince me to be sexual with her, despite the fact that I'm gay.
Tara at the time was bisexual and shared her experiences with Lily, but then admitted those were lies. Regardless, Tara identifying as a woman was more forward in her approach to Britt than Lily was. She even sent her pictures, but these pictures were not of Tara, and were traced back to a model. It is also important to mention that apparently this was Tara Callie's profile picture, but that was soon likely changed as the image was also traced back to an easily found image on Google. The facts are that no one beyond Lily has seen Tara. Tara is a liar, a predator, a criminal, and her story gets ever more unbelievable, especially the one of her origin.
Yeah, the story was she ran away from California because she got kicked out of her parents' home because her parents caught her essentially her younger 15-year-old sister.
Oh my god. Lily was basically telling people what they allegedly what they allegedly did, but through Tara.
And at some point, the 15-year-old sister also tried to run away from California to Canada and froze to death.
Even though Tara is an unfathomably disturbed individual, she somehow secured a job working for the government. On her Tumblr, she describes this job as just printing out papers and being a lackey pertaining to securing passports. She also told Britt that she makes $130,000 a year from this job. Everything about Tara made Britt suspicious.
Like, I kept trying to get any sort of concrete evidence that Tara was a real person, but she would refuse to send voice notes, she'd refuse to get on voice calls, she'd refuse to get on cam, and it was always, oh, my vocal cords are damaged. Oh, I'm afraid that creepy people will record me. Oh, I'm afraid that if I get on camera, I'm gonna get sexually harassed. It was always some kind of excuse.
FYI, if you meet somebody on the internet and they refuse to get on camera, they're fake. They're trying to catfish you. If they refuse to get on voice note, they are probably lying to you. Especially if they say they are a woman, it's probably a man. Unless they either give you voice notes and get on a camera, it is probably a man. There are no women on the internet unless you can prove otherwise. That's just a rule of the internet. There are no women on the internet, and that's why that joke is the way it is. Literally. That's why that joke is a thing. Is because so many people catfished other people thinking that they're a woman when in fact they're like a 40-year-old virgin living in their mom's basement.
Or just a flat out no.
The ruse was up. Virtually anyone who interacted with Tara did not believe they were a real person. And so, in late 2014, Tara was pronounced dead because she got into a car accident. But not really, because she came back to state, quote, "Idiot doctor pronounced me dead at the scene and started sending out notifications to my emergency contacts," unquote. Naturally, Lily was her emergency contact. What then happened is that Tara got arrested. And not just that, Lily confirms that Tara does have red hair, but is also a 6'3" woman. This is a very distinct height that makes her taller than more than 99% of American women. And this was after CP was allegedly found on her computer. Additionally, the police contacted Lily because she was an emergency contact on Tara's phone, and as such, they asked Lily for a key to Tara's apartment. So instead of enlisting a locksmith, they would have a possible accomplice access the location first. Perhaps now Tara can be contacted and visited, something that in this screenshot Britt wanted to do, only for Lily to fire back and state that Tara has a strict contact list, implying that she likely cannot be found. Lily also states here that she cut all ties with her. And during a trip to the police department to visit Tara, Lily states, quote, "There was one pretty funny moment. I was sitting there in the police department and one little girl, around 8 or 9, came out and sat down next to me. She'd just been questioned about Tara. She asked me, 'Do you know that mean lady in jail?' I said, 'I dated the mean lady.' She laid a hand on my shoulder and said, 'You poor thing, it was like something out of a sitcom,' unquote." Lily also states that Tara wanted Lily to visit her in prison, where Lily claims she did, and, quote, "proceeded to beat the ever-loving shit out of her. She spat out blood, and that's all I care about at that."
Oh, Lily's so full of shit. Lily is so full of shit. Oh my god. Sore for 2. It's always a younger sister. I wonder why. True. Baron, Xylie is not real. I already saw the comment about me camming up. I have videos on this channel with me on camera, so kick rocks. I don't go on camera. Hardly anymore. But I do own one.
That point.
What do you mean you're not convinced Lily is real? Lily is real. Lily has a whole ass YouTube channel.
Unquote. Lily later states that the guards allowed this to happen to quell Britt's suspicions. Lily also claims that in the past, Tara beat her up with a studded belt. She also tells Britt that Tara sent her compromising images of Britt a few days before she got arrested for some reason. It also appears that Valkyrie Studios had lost its director. In the 2015 updated and archived fan Wikia page, there is still more about Valkyrie Studios. Quote, Ball owns a small media company she created under her own name called Valkyrie Studios. Unquote.
No, that was a full-blown lie. I can tell you exactly what Valkyrie Studios actually was and where it started. I was the first quote-unquote member. There was me, her sock puppet Tara Callie, Blake Diamond, and then later Nintendo Gal, but we didn't really do anything together. Like, we were just a group of people that she would talk to and keep separate from each other, and she called us a studio.
Even on the Daily Motion archive, Blake Diamond is seen on a livestream with Lily, even presenting the livestream as the Valkyrie Studio livestream.
I need to ask you to stop doing the implying sentence structure. That comes from 4chan. We do not discuss 4chan in the Valkyrie Studios livestream.
As it so happens, Blake also interacted with Tara Callie, and when Blake decided to stand up to Tara and Lily, they berated Blake, calling him a butt monkey or the butt of the joke. Lily on her own Tumblr states both that Blake is easy to manipulate and verifies that she is a manipulative person.
This is deep internet shit that I do not understand. Holy fuck. What's up, Thuman? This is deep internet shit I don't understand, bro. I feel like I'm too old for this shit. Courtney Pete, welcome to my life. Hey, Courtney, what's going on?
Quote, because Blake looks for yes men, and I am most assuredly not it. If you're the kind of person who is easily manipulated, easily driven to hysterics, and embodies the very worst of this website and is complacent in your failings, I am the worst person to befriend, and Blake is very much that. Unquote. Blake's wife responded to Lily's attacks by stating, quote, perhaps Blake doesn't like you because you're a manipulative egomaniac, and most people don't like manipulative egomaniacs. Unquote.
Thuman. LMAO, is this rabbit hole that bad? Thuman, I am now 33 minutes and 35 seconds into this. I have been streaming it for over an hour. What do you think? There's like a level of the game Clue going on here. Okay. There is degeneracy, and oftentimes with cases like this, they either contain Pokemon, My Little Pony, or what was the other one? It's always Pokemon, My Little Pony, or Sonic. And right now we're working with 2 out of the 3. Eons. I don't know who you're talking about, Synthetic. All I know of the Lily lady is that she made a bad video on Steven Universe. Oh, Thuman, it's bad. It's bad, Thuman.
Lily discredits Blake by stating Blake declares feminists to be terrorists, something Blake's wife also responded to by disagreeing with Lily. And this was not the last post that Blake's wife responded to. At this point, Lily, towards Blake's wife, states this, quote, that's the kind of conversation where if we'd had been standing in the same room, I would have belted her. Unquote. At the start of 2014, Lily's inner circle through her faux studio included Britt, Nintendo Gal 55, Blake Diamond, and Tara Callie. The latter two are no longer within this circle. While Britt continued her friendship with Lily, Nintendo Gal 55 in a similar position was also a business partner of sorts. One that would co-author Lily's most infamous work, a series that's combined word count is 728,780.
Okay, question though. Was Nintendo Gal Lily also? No. So Nintendo Gal was literally another person. Okay, Nintendo Cow was her own person. Okay.
Callie. The latter two are no longer within this circle. While Britt continued her friendship with Lily, Nintendo Gal 55 in a similar position was also a business partner of sorts. One that would co-author Lily's most infamous work, a series that's combined word count is 728,789. That means, from start to finish, if listening to the words at 150 words per minute, it would take 80 hours and 55 minutes just to get through. Considering its contents, this is one of the least shocking facts. This is none other than the Stockholm series. As of right now, there are 9 archived works. There are also several works that Lily abandoned, meaning that there were more than this. As for the 9 recovered, the longest entry is 239,000 words. The shortest is just shy of 8,000, and appears to be an incomplete rewrite of an entry of the same name. Other works in the series are largely tagged as incomplete, cancelled, or on hiatus. As for the stories themselves, they are undoubtedly set in the My Little Pony universe.
Oh god, bro. Do I really want to go over the Stockholm part? Because all I know is it's degenerate shit. Alright, let's skip Stockholm. Alright.
She was also, as per this ask, accused of being a pedo. Not for Stockholm, though that was likely happening, but because of Fire Rose. Shipping is essentially creating the portmanteau of a desired couple's name, and as such, the unwilling participants are encouraged to be in a relationship as done by the action. And so, in this case, a 23-year-old Josh Scorcher, represented through his character Firebrand, was being shipped with a 17-year-old content creator Ink Rose, hence Fire Rose. In her post, Lily was making the argument that Ink Rose was over the age of consent in 3/4 of America, and allegedly they did go on a date.
I think Josh and Ink ended up, like, going out to get food or something one time, and immediately realized how weird it was and never did it again.
A reason Lily was shipping these two was because they were both politically right-leaning, and at some point she began editing videos for Josh Scorcher, someone who she's been watching for several years now, and someone who she had a crush on. As per Britt's correspondence with Lily, quote, Britt, because of your raging crush on Anakin and your possible little crush on...
Are y'all really soying out because I skipped that problem? I skipped that part. Y'all are literally soying out with me because I skipped that part. Bro. Hold on. Where were we at? We were probably like... about there.
Abandoned, meaning that there were more than this. As for the 9 recovered, the longest entry is 239,000 words. The shortest is just shy of 8,000, and appears...
Y'all better hope I get some stuff out of this. Y'all better hope I get some stuff out of this part, because if I don't, I'm cussing every single one of you out.
To be an incomplete rewrite of an entry of the same name. Other works in the series are largely tagged as incomplete, cancelled, or on hiatus. As for the stories themselves, they are undoubtedly set in the My Little Pony universe. And like Lily's previous stories, her own characters, such as Essentia, make a return. Again being described as having red hair and being so tall it scares people. This is the exact same description of the Essentia character written in Doomsday Ascending. These very distinct descriptions are also the only way Tara Callie has ever been described.
Essentia was one of her self-inserts. Yeah, like, she'll deny that, but based on how she's used Essentia over the years, how she talks about her, the fact that she was actually her main World of Warcraft character for a while, the fact that if you were to take how she compares Tara Callie and Essentia side by side, they're basically the same person.
Side note, Lily also...
The internet was a mistake. That's honestly what you could have named this entire fucking video. The internet was a fucking mistake.
Uploaded her save game of Skyrim to Nexus Mods, where she played through the entire game as Essentia.
Yeah,
these screenshots of her character are, again, fitting her canon description. But not all of Lily's characters are derived entirely from fiction. In the first entry of Stockholm, named Stockholm, there is a character named Firebrand. This character, while inherently fictional, is a creation and representation of Josh Scorcher, a creator that Lily looked up to at this point. As for Stockholm, the first entry of the series revolves around the character Rainbow Dash, modified to fit Lily's perversions. The character, though canonically female, now has a penis, is described as intersex, and has an uncontrollable lust for minors. In the story, she approaches Dr. Firebrand about her fantasies. Firebrand then makes the connection that her pedophilia is because she is intersex. The doctor also states, quote, I would recommend that you relax and enjoy your fantasies, Firebrand said with a smile. You'll find that once you do, you'll be feeling less guilty about yourself, and less likely to think you'll do something you'll regret. Think about how you'd feel if one of those girls were over and were making you excited, but you had the security of knowing you can go upstairs and take care of yourself once they've left. You'll feel more relaxed, wouldn't you? Unquote.
Bruh. Really? It's almost like through the stuff that she wrote, she was working out. She was working out her own life through what she was writing. Oh God, this is so bad. This is so bad. Basically, she was giving people the red flags of how she was.
It is important to note that this scene happens after Rainbow Dash stole the panties of one of her victims, who is a minor, and then proceeded to pleasure herself to them. Though these characters are taken from the My Little Pony universe, they are described as human. On top of this, there are endless, highly descriptive sex scenes written to gratify these things. Things like pedophilia and incest. This is not just in Stockholm Actual. It affects every following piece of the Stockholm series. The incest is typically between sisters or a daughter and a mother. There is also an obsession with the age of 14 and 15. Many characters are described as that age or have important events that took place in their life when they were that age. This, like many other things in Stockholm, is not a coincidence.
Lily has a fixation on the age of 14. Because you got the whole Rainbow Dash and Scootaloo situation in Stockholm, where Scootaloo was 14. You have the Mod Pie and Pinkie Pie stuff. There was the Rarity and Sweetie Belle in Stockholm.
Virtually all characters within every entry are deeply disturbed individuals. Even the minors are having these thoughts. One of them in the Dash family entry states, quote, "When she's changing or taking a shower or trying to be alone, even when I started crushing on you, I was still spying on my sister. And sometimes I steal her underwear." Unquote. The minor...
You know what I would love to ask Joon? How did you feel about reading this shit? Because there is no way I could have done it. I couldn't have done it. There's no way there is no way I could have done this story. There's no way. This is why I told y'all, because I already knew some disgusting shit was in here. I already knew that. I knew that part. I didn't go in this completely blind, okay? But, like, for the people who are like, oh, you're going down this rabbit hole? No, I'm not. I'm watching this video, and then that's it. I am not covering anything else. I'm actually... me reacting to it on here live with y'all is making me watch this video, because I wasn't going to watch this video on my own. You know what I mean? So, because bro, I'm not going any further than this video. There's no way. There is absolutely no way. I wouldn't be able to handle it. Not this story. Not with everything that I'm seeing. And the way he's putting it, I can kind of digest it. It's a little bit, it's fucking with my ADHD brain a little bit. But I can kind of handle it because the way he's doing it, there's no way that I could look into this story on my own. You know what I mean? So no, there is going to be no rabbit hole. It's going to be this video. That's it. And that's all I need. Good percent of it, and I get the picture.
That is saying this had her panties stolen by Rainbow Dash in the first entry of Stockholm, but was allowed to see her while she was institutionalized. In this entry, there's also a different pony YouTuber that Lily looks up to, being Dr. Wolf, who prescribes Rainbow Dash, specifically risperidone, which...
Alright, Saruman, you have a good night.
is an antipsychotic, something Lily likely became familiar with when she was institutionalized as a teen. Also in the story, Rainbow Dash imagines a younger form of herself who she initially named Pervy, but then later renamed CL. Initially an imaginary fetish piece, CL manages to slowly and inexplicably turn corporeal. The issue with her turning into a real person is that she will be taken away from Rainbow Dash. Quote, okay, as much as I want to be real, I certainly don't want to be thrown out and kept away from Dash, but still, unquote. This is what Stockholm is. Bizarre, grotesque, and a crime in Canada. First and foremost, a child in this connotation is described as anyone under the age of 18.
Right.
And as Lily clearly defines them with humanistic traits, they are, quote, visual works of the imagination, unquote. And even imaginary, this kind of writing is not exactly illegal. It becomes illegal when distributed, and by her own words, through her distributing it, it contains, quote, scenes of violence, sexual content, depictions of domestic abuse, depictions of mental illness, depictions of ephebophilia, mentions of redacted, an incorrect depiction of an intersex person, negative depictions of the field of psychiatry, depictions of toxic relationships, and other such objectionable content, unquote. Here, Lily is again admitting to writing the work, apologizing for how she framed intersex individuals, but as her work was discovered and criticized, she sought to distance herself from it.
Her narrative for that has changed quite a bit. Like, she went from, like, at first she was proud she wrote it, she would post about it on her Tumblr, she would talk to me about it in DMs. She set up a whole separate Tumblr specifically for it, and then she went from, oh, I did write it, but other people edited in the graphic scenes involving underage characters, and the blame.
Because she knew how wrong it was, and she was trying to make excuses to get out of it. Plain and simple, that's exactly what she was doing. She was proud of it until she started getting the pushback on it, and then all of a sudden, other people inserted their own shit into it. That's basically what happened. Yeah.
Blame for that would shift from, oh, it was 4chan, oh, it was Josh Scorcher, oh, it was Bronies being mad at me, oh, it was Nintendo Gal. It was like she didn't write it, she didn't write the sex scenes, other people did, and whoever did would change based on whoever she was trying to throw under the bus at the time.
Though Lily did write Stockholm, it is also true that she wasn't its only author. Nintendo Gal 55 co-wrote the works. The Stockholm series seems to have ranged from 2014 to 2015. Throughout this time period, Nintendo Gal 55 was quite expressive in how the writing was affecting her. In just late 2013, she, responding to a question asking if she liked Volcon, stated, quote, "That's a personal no-no for me. If other people like it, that's fine. It's not exactly illegal as redacted, but it's not for me. That's all it is," unquote. But in the coming months, she had a change of heart because she took part in writing Stockholm. As revealed, it was through the convincement of Lily. Quote, "You're talking to the gal who managed to convince her that writing Twilight as a redacted and Rainbow Dash as a redacted would have been a good idea. I think I can manage this," unquote. Nintendo Gal 55 in a different post expresses the turmoil of writing the story. Quote, "It involves these..."
Okay, so I have a question. Have they ever found Nintendo Gal? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's in here or not. But have they ever found Nintendo Gal? Has anybody talked to Nintendo Gal? She left the internet? I have a feeling she really didn't leave the internet. Yeah. I'm talking after this point, Jen. I highly doubt she left the internet. Maybe under that name she did.
CMC, and it was so awful. I would read all of my original fanfics from 10 years ago, then ever write or read that again. I didn't just hate how the scene became. I felt physically uncomfortable reading it and writing it. It wasn't just uncomfortable, it was painful. All throughout Stockholm, the worst I ever felt was sad. Now sad, I can handle that perfectly fine. Even the descriptions of the domestic abuse, while unnerving, weren't graphically written and didn't affect me that badly. Yes, Essentia terrified me in the story, but I can also handle fear. But physical discomfort from writing/reading something so terribly uncomfortable and painful? No way. I was honestly on the verge of tears. Thankfully, Ballspawn understood and offered that we make it less like that. It turned out so much better after that. I am forever thankful for her compassion and letting us redo that scene. Heart, unquote.
Bro. This person pisses me off.
Nintendo Gal 55 can now hardly be found, and that appears to be intentional.
I tried to reach out to her once, and I don't think she wants anything to do with any of this anymore. Like, I know she was incredibly uncomfortable to the point of having emotional breakdowns when she was dealing with Lily's shit. Like, Lily manipulated and coerced her into helping her with it.
Still, in 2015, Lily would stop writing Stockholm entries due to the...
Wait a minute, so how old was Nintendo? Was Nintendo Gal, like, a full-grown adult? How old was Nintendo Gal when they wrote that? Does anybody know? Well, Courtney's saying same age, so it wouldn't be 14. Well, okay, I'm going to put it like this. To participate in something like that, I hope they got off the internet. I'll put it that much. Much like I wish Lily would get off the internet.
Immense amount of criticism she was getting. Quote, no, the fun of this whole series is gone. This isn't one person. I've had to deal with these paranoid, delusional little liars for almost 2 years, and despite my best efforts to purge them from my view, it still gets through. Unquote. She was also, as per this ask, accused of being a pedo. Not for Stockholm, though that was likely happening, but because of Fire Rose. Shipping is essentially creating the portmanteau of a desired couple's name, and as such, the unwilling participants are encouraged to be in a relationship as done by the action. And so, in this case, a 23-year-old Josh Scorcher, represented through his character Firebrand, was being shipped with a 17-year-old content creator Ink Rose, hence Fire Rose. In her post, Lily was making the argument that Ink Rose was over the age of consent in 3/4 of America, and allegedly they did go on a date.
I think Josh and Ink ended up, like, going out to get food or something one time, and immediately realized how weird it was and never did it again.
A reason Lily was shipping these two was because they were both politically right-leaning, and at some point she began editing videos for Josh Scorcher, someone who she's been watching for several years now, and someone who she had a crush on. As per Britt's correspondence with Lily, quote, Britt, because of your raging crush on Anakin and your possible little crush on Josh, unquote. Lily responds, quote, in the case of Anakin, that was just me fanboying. In the case of Josh, yeah, you're right, unquote. As established, Lily was quite promiscuous. But how severe was it?
Based on the TV Tropes character page she made of my character that she would insert into her rather vocalized illusion comics back in the day, she was fully aware of it.
Quote, belligerent sexual tension. One-sided in Ball's case, unquote.
But then suddenly she was friends with 2 lesbians who she wanted to get with.
Wait, who's the second lesbian?
Nintendo Gal.
Lily was also pursuing Nintendo Gal 55.
Lord Jesus, have mercy. There are so many names in this, and I'm not surprised by this one right here at all. I'm not surprised. Holy shit. This is too much. This is like way too much information, bro.
Even though she's lesbian, and Lily was still publicly identifying as a cis-straight male, even Blake was getting this treatment. This is his testimony found on 8chan, also in 2015. Quote, be me, young and stupid RVI fan eager to be noticed, chatting with quote-unquote Tara one night. Quote-unquote, she convinces me through repeated refusal to drop the subject that I have a crush on Lily. Never mind the fact that back then I was gay for any male that wasn't explicitly hetero, except for Paris Hilton because that redacted can burn in hell. Proceeds to keep me up with unwanted roleplay of fucking Lily. Cut to October 2013. Be me, just answered a confession on the RVI fan blog. Lily bitches and moans about money troubles. I suggest cam whoring to her fans. She asked if I want to be attached with that. I awkwardly try to dodge, saying yes or no. She pursues.
An old friend of Lily's made her.
And eventually breaks me down. I awkwardly wait for her to take her shirt off or whatever. Get saved by Ethan and his family. 1 week later, be me. Just got home from work. Watch the rest of Lily and Ethan's Q&A stream. Get into video call with Lily to talk about sad Q&A. Somehow she gets it in her head that I want her to strip. She proceeds to take her shirt off and refuses to let me turn on my camera to show my disgust. Sit in awkward confusion before she attempts to take her pants off too. Gets saved by mom coming in. Thank the Emperor. Call ends. Proceeds to cry myself to sleep with an awkward boner. Unquote. This was posted on 8chan just a day after Lily announced she was discontinuing Stockholm and that she was getting a flag from shipping Fire Rose. And though 8chan posts tend to not be the most reliable, Blake would later give his testimony in video form. Lily at this point was either sexually pursuing, sexually interested in, or right out online dating virtually everyone she was in contact with.
Oh, God, she's a degenerate. Okay, let me catch up on the super chats. Sora for 5. Lily has a crush on a man. I'm shocked since how lesbian focused she is. True. Super Saiyan for 2. This is so terrible. I became a warrior of legend. I don't know what that means, but thank you for the 2. I appreciate it. She's fucking degenerate, bro.
From the manipulation through Tara Callie, the shipping of Fire Rose, and her unwelcome promiscuity, the internet was turning on Lily like never before. As such, paranoia made its way in, and she began a pattern of removing and re-adding her friends, likely as an attempt to test their loyalty.
She'd delete me on everything, and then she'd add me back, and then she'd delete me and she'd add me back. And that happened a few times, and I couldn't figure out what was going on with her. I started getting really tired of it because I felt like she was treating me like I was disposable, pretty much.
During this time, Lily was talking about getting rid of 8 bags of garbage, allegedly influenced by a nervous breakdown. But Britt had grown tired of it all. They would often fight on Skype until Britt pulled the plug. On top of this, Lily was starting to publicly transition into Lily, which brought on even more turmoil. The silver lining is that most of the conflict was kept private, or at least not so public. Like the Skype messages with Brittany, the 8chan post with Blake, even private, or at least not so public. Like the Skype messages with Brittany, the 8chan.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking for something real quick. Hold on. Okay.
Post with Blake, even Stockholm wasn't well known, and neither was Tara Callie or what she represented. But that was 2015. In 2016, save for the Skype and Facebook messages with Brittany, this silver lining was stripped and Lily had come apart at the seams, reformed now into Patch after conflicted Patch, some disregarding her as a hate monger, others cloaked in her anger and vitriol, convinced in her passion alone. This was brought on by her falling out with Josh Scorcher. It is difficult to state how much Josh really meant to Lily. He is a content creator that she admired so much that not only did she write him into Stockholm as a counselor that encouraged violent acts, she also admitted to having a crush on him. Lily was dedicated so much to him that she wormed her way into becoming an editor of his. This came to a head on June 4, 2016, when Josh Scorcher on his Tumblr stated, quote, "That feeling when you finally realize you're in an emotionally abusive relationship. That feeling when you realize you can't break it off because of business reasons and you just have to suck it up." Unquote. In a second post responding to the worry of his audience, Josh Scorcher stated, quote, "It's nothing life-threateningly serious. Sorry if I scared you. Just realized a friend hasn't really treated me like a friend should." Unquote. On a third post, Josh clarifies that he cut ties with this person and they are not going to be affecting future projects.
So, it seems like to me... Seems like to me, Lily is just not a good person, and everyone they come in contact with, they abuse in one way or another. That's what it looks like. And it's disgusting, and it's gross, and I hate what they're doing.
And in a fourth and final post, still on the same day, Josh clarifies that he won't be revealing who this person was, likely to avoid conflict. That's when Lily replies to this, quote, "It was me. I have been increasingly passive-aggressive towards Josh, dismissing his opinions and being increasingly short-tempered with him as time has gone on, treating discussions with him that have any degree of seriousness with the same disregard and callousness as I would a random YouTube comment. And Josh was far more patient with me than I had ever been with him. I have been a very poor friend to Josh over the last few years, and Josh deserved far better than this. I am truly sorry." Unquote. This is a well-mannered response where Lily admits to her wrongdoings and apologizes without any direct pressure applied. But even the good nature of it could not fix her friendship with Josh. And to this, not only did she begin hating Josh, she also began to despise his identity. While Lily always had a disdain for the political right, it was mostly aimed at Donald Trump, as it was an election year. But then after her falling out with Josh Scorcher, and after the Orlando shooting in June 2016, Lily made innumerable posts mostly supporting gun control, but also some targeted towards Christians. It is no secret that Josh Scorcher is also a right-leaning Christian. Lily knew how excessive her postings had become and stated, quote, "I'm probably going to be raging about the delusional twats of the Republican Party for a while, so if you find that exhausting, add the tag, quote, fuck conservative."
That's because the person that she was, like, attracted to was the exact opposite of what she supposedly aligned with. Bro. Ugh. It's also right there.
Unquote, to the blacklist of whatever extension you're using. I will do my best to make sure each post is tagged. Unquote. Lily then responded to the claims of her being part of the radical left as, quote, "Those claims come from people who are planning to vote Republican, so if they think I'm radical, good. Fuck those deplorable assholes." Unquote. Finally, on June 19th, Lily tied this back to Josh Scorcher when asked, quote, "Josh just put up a post saying why the US doesn't need gun control. What an absolute tool." Unquote. Lily responded, quote, "You think that if you can so easily predict how people are going to react to the bullshit that comes out of your mouth, that might cause you to step back and re-examine your outlook on the world. But stroking a massive persecution complex works great too, I guess. I had Josh on my Skype contacts for 2 years. This doesn't surprise me as much as you might think it does." Unquote. Lily then amended the question by stating that Josh Scorcher...
Wait a minute. Hold on. That's not the same person. Is this the same person? Is that the same person? Do y'all know? Yes? Huh. Okay.
Torture never said the U.S. doesn't need gun control.
Thank you.
Like, she will rage about it for days on end. If it's a specific person, she will rage about them for years on end. So I think her sudden raging hatred for Republicans and Josh in general was...
We're in the 20... Okay, so we're in the age time when Lily was in her 20s right now. Okay.
way more personal. Because she had a crush on him. And he fired her.
Quote, if you aren't wealthy, white, straight, and a man, and you must be all four of those, then the Republicans are trying to kill you. Kill them first. Unquote. This was a section of Lily responding to why she suddenly loathes the right so much. She claims it was the Orlando shooting. But Lily was also equally ranting about Josh Scorcher with a passion, even framing her firing by Josh Scorcher as her decision to leave. Quote, Josh wanted to say something in a video that was widely racist, and I wouldn't let him because, quote-unquote, editing was literally my job, unquote. This was a post in early July, and posts like these continued well into the month. This time at Inkros, the right-leaning creator she shipped Josh with. Quote, she's just another far-right conservative with a persecution complex, stamping her feet at the fact that the world is changing around her. Shoulder check her out of the way and she'll keep moving. She'll either grow up of her own volition, or reality will force her to grow.
So Lily was obsessed. Lily has obsession issues. Obviously. Obviously. Jesus Christ.
Up, unquote. Lily, still in July, states she is unsure what the catalyst was for her falling out with Josh Scorcher, but does say, quote, I often get called petty, vindictive, or even abusive by people who don't know what abusive means.
I mean, what he's shown so far to our end, I'm just saying, yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm less than 100% polite and capitulating. Because I don't tell someone their beliefs are 100% grounded in reality when they clearly aren't. But the kind of behavior I mentioned above is something I find particularly scummy. I can't read subtle, nonverbal communication, especially not over the internet. Unquote. September marked the third month of her aggression towards Josh and his friends, now stating that Inkros was homophobic. So now Lily was requesting her audience harass her by, quote, beat a troll by trolling harder. Commission or draw artwork of her and KP, or any other woman for that matter, in very romantic situations. Put it on DeviantArt and make sure her icon is in the description so she gets notified every time. And when she tells you to stop, just keep going. Quote, how about I do anyway, unquote. Eventually she'll explode and take off the very thin veil that isn't fooling anybody. Or she'll stop mouthing off about shipping like such a baby, unquote. Side note, on the same day, she answered a question about the moral implications of incest and states that in fiction, the negatives of it can be mitigated like the deformities in offspring because, quote, when you're in the position of God, there isn't a single issue you can't RNG your way out of.
Lily, you are disgusting. You're gross. You're absolutely gross. You're disgusting. I in no way wish you well. In no way. This is the kind of person that I literally would look at them and say, have the day you deserve. That's the only thing I can wish for. Have the day you deserve. Good God.
Unquote. Still in September, Lily claimed Josh, quote, like to spew a near-reactionary manifesto to me in private chats, unquote. A few days later, she was now starting to believe that Inkros is so homophobic that she is actually gay herself. Lily was not doing well, as she was claiming that in this post her caffeine addiction had gotten so bad, she apparently only had 2 years to live. Then, Lily in October continued her tirades on Josh Scorcher, escalating this one-sided campaign to the point where she made a video.
Newbie Dash is an episode I've been trying to talk about in detail for a very long time, but it's an episode that is fundamentally difficult to discuss in a public venue. Because the Wonderbolts draw a lot of parallels to the military, a lot of military bronies hold the episode in high regard because of its supposed accuracy. The most vocal of these people being Joshua Burner, the founder of FOB Equestria and known for serving 5 years in the Marine Corps. Then I remembered something important. Mr. Burner wasn't actually in the military, he was in the Marine Corps' band, the ceremonial I'm helping of most military branches.
Lily, as she had done in the past, mask the intent of the video. While initially presented as a breakdown of a My Little Pony episode, this video is largely an attack on Josh Scorcher.
Josh himself used to rant to my face about how college students need to have their opinions challenged. However, when his ignorant worldview was challenged, repeatedly, he decried it as emotional abuse. He once complained about the fact that I wouldn't let him compare Spike living with Twilight to self-hating black slaves in the South, despite the fact that this was literally my job that he was paying me to do.
This video then gets into the subjects of...
So she was obsessed with the fact that she had a crush on him, and he fired her, and he basically made it public in the sense of saying that, hey, a friend wasn't being a friend, and then Lily comes out and says, "It was me, motherfuckers," and then starts going on a tirade for what looks like forever about it, and just won't move the fuck on. Am I correct? Because, like, wow. This is psychotic. This is very psychotic. This story is psychotic as fuck, bro. Holy shit.
bullying, and to its most infamous line.
Attitude can fuck off and die in a ditch along with the malignant human cancer that defend it. If you're a child watching this right now and you're being bullied in school, here's what you do. You demand that your bully cease their behavior, and if they refuse, grab the heaviest object you can reliably swing and beat their fucking teeth in.
Besides implying that
okay, listen. I'm all for a good fight. And I'm all for, like, punch a bully in the face, okay? But all that? No. No, no. You know, just ball up your fist. Make sure that your thumb is on the outside of your fist, not on the inside of your fist. And you just punch them square in the mouth, okay? That's what you do. You don't pick up heavy objects. You don't try to crush the teeth in or anything like that. Just punch them square in the mouth, okay? Good God, what the fuck? Holy shit. Listen, no pain, no gain, Courtney. No pain, no gain, okay? No pain, no gain. That's the thing, you don't want to break a nose, though.
that Josh Scorcher is a malignant cancer, her encouragement of violence was not entirely well received. 8chan were, right after Lily's video on Josh Scorcher released, concerned for his well-being, where Josh Scorcher replied, quote, "I see that some of you here are legitimately concerned for my well-being, as well as Ink Rose's. I thank you for your concern. While I can't and won't speak for Ink Rose, I want to say that I'm okay. I can fight my own battles, and I've survived a lot of physical, mental, and emotional heartache in my life." Unquote. Josh also stated that he intends to continue turning the other cheek, but this was likely posted before Josh Scorcher saw the video, because on his Tumblr on October 11th, he announced he would no longer be silent. 12 days later, on October 23rd, Josh uploaded his response to Lily. Here, Josh Scorcher breaks down the falling out he had with her.
I went over to Lily's Tumblr a week later to scope things out, and sure enough, I saw Lily calling for the deaths of all Republicans. Lily Pete has said at present that I never called out any alleged abusive behavior and never presented the chance to improve. That's a lie. I have called out her behavior several times. Lily just made excuses every time and shifted the goalpost to make it look like I was the bad guy for even trying to call out this behavior.
Josh Scorcher is expressing a common experience with Lily in that there is initial hope to fix her destructive behavior, yet is typically met with dismissal. And with this video, he did more than just clear his name. He expressed his experience with Lily. This had a unifying aspect in that it allowed other victims of Lily to realize how abusive Lily had been to them.
Because at the time, I thought I was the only person that she had treated that kind of way. And I saw Josh Scorcher's video talking about his experiences with her. I realized that not only was I not the only one she had treated that way, but she was using her platform to lure in people to do that too.
Josh Scorcher is expressing a similar sentiment in the discovery that he was not the only one treated this way.
People need to realize that most people that you meet on the internet, you are not meeting the real person. Okay? You are meeting like a representative. And don't let motherfuckers rope you on the internet to do stupid shit. The Brony community in 2016 era onwards was wild. I bet it was. It sounds like it was. Just saying. People usually don't show you their true colors until it's too late.
And I'm not the only one. Other people have called out Lily's behavior before, and each response from Lily was that...
Sai, thank you for the troll too. Xylie, not real. Wait. Oh, okay. I was looking at that like, why'd you put 2 L's? But that's an exclamation point. I was like, what? Thank you for the 2, Sai.
...of indifference, or claiming that they are strawmanning her.
The rest of the video breaks down 8chan's concern of him, Lily overstepping her boundaries as an editor, his political differences with Lily, him defending his role in the Marines, and both Lily's claim that Inkros was lesbian alongside her harassment campaign of pushing her viewers to create unwelcome lewd art of her. Overall, Josh Scorcher's video was well received, and Lily did have a small decrease in subscribers due to it. On her Tumblr, she turned down the heat, stating now she doesn't want all Republicans to die, just 2, and for the rest to grow up. But then she was now stating she never called for the death of Republicans, and to that extent Josh Scorcher with him being Republican, and that her attitude was always just fuck them, going as far to say, quote, "It's a complete and total lie. The only way it's possible to take my exact wording on a certain post as quote-unquote kill all Republicans is you literally cannot read. He is lying to look like more sympathetic to an audience that he knows will not bother to look for any more information on the subject." Unquote. In fairness to Lily, she did not state in exact wording, kill all Republicans. She instead did state, quote, "Republicans are trying to kill you, kill them first."
What else does that mean? What else does that mean? What?
Unquote. With public perception of Lily being mostly negative, more videos were coming out against her, like Blake describing how his blog...
I remember this drama. A musician in the Marine Corps still deploys and catches a rifle. Listen, a musician in the Marine Corps, they still have to go through the boot camp. And most people can't even make it through a Marine Corps boot camp. So Lily can shut the fuck up. Just saying. Okay? I don't care if you're in the band of the Marine Corps or you're a fucking cook. You still had to go through that same boot camp, and most people can't even make it through that fucking boot camp. My husband's a Marine. Or was a former Marine. Okay, I can't say it because, once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine, so you can't say ex-Marine or anything like that. But yeah, no, my husband was a Marine.
Gushing over Lily impressed her.
This blog impressed Jerry enough to consider adding me to his team called Valkyr Studios.
Wait, I've seen Tommy and Dave. You can't sell me on how hard it is. Tommy and Dave were in the Army. They were not in the Marines. Tommy and Dave were in the Army. Wookiees. They weren't in the Marines. That's 2 different branches. Well, yeah, that's 2 different branches.
However, it wasn't until his director and girlfriend, Tara Jennifer Cayley, who I would later find out was one of Jerry's many, many, many sock puppets, cornered me in private chats and forced me to admit that I was sexually attracted to Jerry, that I was allowed into the group.
Wait, what? What's going on?
How his blog instead did state, quote, "Republicans are trying to kill you, kill them first." Unquote. With public perception of Lily being mostly negative, more videos were coming out against her, like Blake describing how...
Okay, fun fact, since y'all want to squirrel and talk about Tommy being in the Army. Tommy is old now. He wasn't in bad shape back then. Actually, Tommy was quite handsome. When you see those old pics of Tommy in the Army, Tommy was quite handsome back then. I was like, damn, Tommy. Look at young Tommy up there in the Army. I know that's right. I know that's right. Tommy was quite handsome back then when you see those old pictures of him. Yeah, he was. He was quite handsome. I have to give it to him. I look at pictures of my husband back in the back when he was in the Marines, and I was like, is that you? Bruh, is that you? You know? Dave has always been a potato, though. Listen, I'll let you slander Dave. Just don't slander Tommy, all right? I'll give you that. We'll meet halfway, all right, Wookiees? That's where he met his wife, Chrissy, yeah. He was over there and he met his wife. Everyone loves a man in uniform. True, Sora. I met my husband. He was already out. He was already out of the Marines. I met him when I worked in the shop. He was a mechanic. Matter of fact, he was a mechanic that started working for me so I can train him so he can go off to a team. That's how I met him. Sakura, you said it. I didn't. Okay? I am not reading that comment out loud. Sakura, just know I stand with you. Okay? Just know I stand with you. Just saying. Okay, now where were we at? Because I feel like... Alright, hold on. Alright. Now, let's get through this part. Shit. Stop talking. Well, no. Keep talking in the chat, okay? It helps with the algorithm, but just don't directly talk to me, alright? Let me get through this part. I've already tried to do it 3 times.
Against her. Like Blake describing how his blog gushing over Lily impressed her.
This blog impressed Jerry enough to consider adding me to his team called Valkyr Studios. However, it wasn't until his director and girlfriend...
Oh, okay. I was thrown off because... he was using the name Jerry and Joon the King has been using Lily this whole time. That's why I was thrown off. Okay, now I'm good. Got it.
Jennifer Kaylee, who I would later find out was one of Jerry's many sock puppets, cornered me in private chats and forced me to admit that I was sexually attracted to Jerry, that I was allowed into the group. Granted, that would only last for a few months, but when you find out why...
That's sick! Why would you do that? What the fuck is wrong with her? There are some deep mental issues here. There's deep... Yes, Dark Mage. Yes. There are some deep-seated mental... Well, obviously, because of the other shit that we already know about through Courtney's video and stuff. But there are some deep-seated fucking mental issues going on here. Like, beyond... I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of want to say this is... I don't know if this is worse or the same as Chris Chan levels. I'm trying to figure out if this is worse than Chris Chan or the same as Chris Chan. All I know is padded room. Padded room or wood chipper. You get a choice. Yeah, I was thinking worse. But Platinum, do you really want her to praise Skibbity though? But that was never proven, Replica. That's the thing. That was never proven. I don't know. It's just, bro, this is bad. Jen, here's the thing. Lily didn't... Jen? Have you met Courtney in the chat? Her sister? Hi, Courtney. So... Chris Paddisell, Lily Woodchipper. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We can woodchipper everybody. I'm okay with it.
Why I only lasted a few months, you will understand why.
Blake goes over his time in Valkyr Studios, experience with Lily lambasting the members publicly, and specific to him, being the studio whipping boy.
Now, it would be one thing if Pete was just verbally and emotionally abusive, but unfortunately he had to take the next fucking step and be sexually abusive.
What?
You see, sometime in October of 2013, Pete approached me on Skype, talking about money troubles and conveniently mentioning how Tara was cam whoring to make ends meet. And I suggested that he do the same because, in my defense, I mentioned that there are so many of his fans who are attracted to him. He, just like before, turned it around on me and made it all about how I wanted to see that and refused to take no for an answer, continuing to bother me until I finally caved. This means that he coerced me, which is not consent, by the way, I don't care where you are, coercion is never consent, into watching him strip on camera.
Blake goes on to say Lily was interrupted by family and didn't get past taking off her shirt. Blake also claims Lily flirted with a minor, but it's a bit more complex than that. It also brings up Stockholm.
This work was so disgusting that Nintendo gal, whom we mentioned before as being Pete's co-writer, voiced her own distaste for the direction the fic was taking and got fired for it.
Blake goes into other grievances and then into this.
The second question that is most likely on everyone's minds is, Blake, why have you been referring to Jerry as Jerry and she and whoops, got a little ahead of myself. He in this video when he came out as transgender months ago and changed her name to Lily? Are you by chance transphobic? Ooh. The answer is no, I am not. That Pete is using transgenderism to avoid criticism for their actions and to essentially get away with advocating murder.
Blake makes the argument that Lily is not transgender because of her previous dislike of the community, though Lily also carries the belief that such strong opposition to any community secretly means they are a part of it, and so Blake's reasoning doesn't hold up. Regardless, Lily was under attack, and on her Tumblr she began quoting her own characters, the quotes dealing with power and revenge. She was also posting images of herself at fans' requests. This is how she was appeasing her fans, yet she was doing something else to defend herself against.
Bruh, I don't even know what to say. I really don't know what to say anymore. I really have no idea what to say. Wait, she does keep talking about her doing brother stuff to me in her current streams, refers to herself as my brother, and insists I have a brother complex. What? Ew. What? Lockwood, this is far beyond Bo Blacks, bro.
Against her opposition. Mysteriously, right as Lily and Tara Kelly's writings were being re-examined for their illegal contents, the Accord account, the account that Tara claimed ownership of, deleted its only work. A mother's love, a daughter's passion, was wiped from the account. A strange happening, considering that by Lily's testimony, she was in jail. Lily had to step lightly. Starting 2017, she was expressing how 8chan and QB Farms were doxing and harassing her. Adding to this list of opponents was Anime Christie, an artist that found that her art made it into Lily's video, Glass of Water Bombing Run. Seeing this, Anime Christie enlisted a friend to approach Lily, asking Lily to credit Anime Christie for the image, which Lily responded, quote, I only credit artwork if it has a considerable presence within the video, unquote. The friend seemed to understand that the art did not have much significance in the video and settled on, quote, okay, but in the future, could you not use her artwork then, unquote. To which Lily responded, quote, I'll think about it, unquote. At some point after, Anime Christie allegedly contacted Lily directly, but Lily remembered a time Anime Christie allegedly slighted her, which is when Lily sent her this screenshot of her Tumblr implying that a credit would be pointless. This story then became public, and there was a small outcry on Twitter with users tweeting hashtag respect the artist, directed towards Lily. Lily responded in two ways. First, she muted tweets that included the hashtag.
I'm gonna tell you what, alright? If we have learned anything on this internet life, don't piss off artists. Don't piss them off. They are the wrong people to piss off. Swear to God. Pissing them off is like pissing off like fans of K-pop. Like, they are fucking malicious if you piss them off. I'm just saying. Do not piss off artists, especially the artists that are on Twitter. Do not piss them off. They will get your ass. That's why when you make sure to pay your artists on time, and you know what? Give them a tip, because one day, you never know. You might come into something and they can do you a favor. Or they'll remember when you tip them all the times that you commission them, and, you know, you never know. You might get some cute free art or whatever from them, okay? Always tip your artists. Thank you. If they charge you $50, pay them a little something extra, even if it's $5 extra. Just show your appreciation, especially if they get it done exactly how you wanted to get it done, and especially if they get it done fast. Tip them. Just saying. I'm probably going to fall asleep, so don't yell, Xylie. Nicole, really, Nicole, don't yell, Xylie. Do you know what channel you're on, Nicole? I'm the loudest bitch on YouTube, and you don't want me to yell? The hell? Actually, I've been pretty good this live stream. No, I'm not going to peek the mic. This one I already halfway expected to be bad, so I'm not, like, throwing things with this video.
Second, she told Anime Christie that if it's that important, then she should file a DMCA. This is a copyright process that takes the video down. And so, Anime Christie filed the DMCA and took Lily's video down. Lily then filed to get the video back up, a process that can only be stopped by a lawsuit, which would be highly unlikely. On her Tumblr, she was planning to address the drama head-on under a video titled An Artist Meltdown Story. In the post, she states, quote, "Remember when Josh tried unsuccessfully to sabotage my career? I was inundated by a massive amount of people detailing just how much I'd enriched their lives and changed their views and helped them grow as people. I still get that kind of mail. I am not hurt in any significant way by this garbage. It's why I made Garbreak. It's why I'm in the process of making this." Unquote. Though Lily regards Garbreak as a success, current day the video received so much hate that she took it down. And like Garbreak, the video against Anime Christie was also taken down for the same reason. In it, she recaps the situation up to this point and makes her intentions clear.
One could argue that I could have just given her the credit if it was that important to her and let her have such a petty victory, but to me, it's the principle that matters. This is not the way you behave when you want something from me. You do not run in, make demands, and then try, in a hilariously unsuccessful manner, to sabotage my career when you don't get your way. And that's a hard lesson that every diva artist is going to have to learn. It doesn't matter how slighted you think you are. It doesn't matter how betrayed you think you are. When you want something from me, the only thing that matters is your behavior. If you want to get me to do something for you, I do.
Oh my god, Lily is so fucking pretentious. Ew. Ew, are you serious? Ew. Oh my god. Bitch, after what you wrote, sit your ass down. What?
Do not cave to threats. I do not cave to grabbing all your mates and dogpiling me. Josh tried that.
You know what? Meowser, I'm glad you said that. She's such a pseudo-intellectual. You can tell that by the words that she uses when she talks. She tries to sound smarter than she actually is. You can so tell that.
That crap. Twice, and that's someone with a massive and rabid fan base who will go so far as to dox me and threaten to kill me and my family, and it still didn't get me to stop calling him out on his bullshit.
Besides showing the handful of Tumblr posts of support that she screenshotted and collected, she is still attacking Josh Scorcher. She is also claiming that his audience directly was threatening her and her family. But here, Lily only shows screenshots of the video as would appear in the YouTube search. As she had done ad nauseum, she did not provide evidence of such egregious accusations. She did not provide evidence of Josh Scorcher encouraging his audience to attack her, nor any link to hate comments back to Josh Scorcher. And Lily did not just—
Usually obsessed people do not show actual evidence. They show— Usually people who are obsessed, they'll show stuff that can maybe make you lean into feeling the way they feel, but unless you look at it carefully, then you realize that the quote-unquote evidence that they show isn't shit. But you have to actually look at it.
Just not.
That's why you read, that's why Kumo and Jar, you read 188 pages. Just saying.
Provide evidence. She also disregarded Josh stating this in his video.
So I am begging, pleading, everyone who watches this video, do not go and leave death threats or harassment on Lily's video. Please. That's not acceptable under any circumstances.
But what about the second video from 2013 that Lily also showed? This seems to be a bit more of a legitimate connection, where Josh even attributes the video to his audience leaving death threats, but in his follow-up is furious at his audience for it.
And if you also check the front page of his Tumblr, death threats. Did you guys learn nothing? Did you guys learn nothing from the Master of Foxes? How I flew off the handle at you guys again because you freaking set your death threats! And now you're doing it to Ballspawn.
Lily, after receiving such tremendous pushback, was hiding the dislike bar and either removing comments or selectively approving them. For example, her
Oh, back in the day when you could hide dislikes.
Bombing Run video has 128,000 views, yet only 34 comments. The likes on virtually all the comments outnumber the total amount of comments. All of these comments are suspiciously all positive, except for this one where a user asked, quote, "What, Lily, do I need a YouTube Red account to see the like ratio?" unquote. Which Lily responded, quote, "No, the like/dislike ratio needs to actually mean anything for me to consider showing it," unquote. Lily had made a grave error. While the initial Anime Christie drawdown was minor, it had ballooned in the worst way possible. In her video, she uses an artistic depiction of herself to express her points. This is what is known within her community as a puppet. Josh Scorcher's puppet, via his pony, is Firebrand, etc. This is a very common theme because a fair portion of creators in the space are also artists, and did not take kindly to Lily's response to one. As various...
No, like I said, you don't piss artists off. Don't do it. Oh my god, don't do it. Like with the latest drama, when Kumo struck down Flatley's video for the art that he used, which, funny enough, he didn't do it to me, which I thought was hilarious. But, the artist, that's why I retweeted. I retweeted something and said, I can't wait to see what the commentary community artists do with your character. And y'all pulled through. Y'all absolutely pulled through. Because you just don't do shit like that. Artists will get you back.
Creators were coming out against Lily, Lily responded to this new wave of hate by making a 6-point list of criticisms. Points 1, 4, and 6, or, quote, "You're arrogant, have a huge ego, think your opinion is the opinion," unquote, are all the same. These criticisms relate to Lily's presentation being either perceived as arrogant, or her points appearing to be exhausted.
You can't tell Lily she's wrong. You just cannot do that. She is very, what's the word I'm looking for? ADHD brain hit me again. Beyond arrogant. Like narcissistic almost. Like Lily's not wrong. You can't tell Lily she's wrong whatsoever. You know? Egotistical very much so.
2 and 3 are also the same thing, and relate to her not engaging with criticism, whether through selectively approving comments or not engaging with creators who bring forward this criticism. In point 2, she ironically states, quote, "What I actually do, as I've explained numerous times, is filter out uninteresting comments to only show the ones that I actually bother to engage with," unquote. Lily fails to expand on her criteria of why she would engage with these comments. Then in point 3, she explains why she doesn't do debates or interviews. Quote, "They always have very little to offer than a dissenting opinion. A dissenting opinion isn't much, they're common," unquote. Point 5 is, quote, "You're just as bad as insert thing I complain about," unquote, which is not a constructive criticism but does inflate Lily's list. This post is 1,265 words, yet none of it addresses the real criticisms, like her misreporting of Josh Scorcher, her weaponizing her audience to make unwelcome art of Inkros, her failure to address the contradictions between her admitting she was abusive towards Josh Scorcher in her apology and her dismissal of it, her stripping in front of Blake, her connections to Tara Callie, and to that extent, her connections to the work of Mother's Love, A Daughter's Passion, the entirety of Stockholm, and putting Nintendo Gal 55 under duress to write the work, her inclusion of Falcon in her game Doomsday Ascending, or a poor
See, maybe I'm just too old or something. I just don't get... Okay, you know what? I need to get out of the mindset people can't be like you, okay? I need to get out of that mindset because not everybody, and I do preach this on this channel, not everybody is made the same, okay? Not everybody is made the same. So, people sometimes do have a problem with that block button. Or they have the problem where they can't just walk away. You know? So, I mean, I can kind of get it then. So...
handling of the Anime Christie situation. These were only some of the publicly known criticisms of Lily Orchard, but Lily did not have to address these because they were already becoming widely known, and addressing them directly would only further tarnish her reputation. Regardless of her points, viewers were perceptive and were already suspicious of her content, especially the ones introduced to her work seeing the limited comments and the disabled dislike bar. Perhaps it was this continued negative attention that was making Lily more erratic. When asked, quote, lying all tied up and helpless in a cage full of horny dogs, unquote, Lily responded with, quote, well, on one hand, they're dogs, which is a downside. On the other hand, that's extremely degrading and humiliating, which is an upside.
What?
I'll let the asks make the case for...
What? You are gross. You are a disgusting, disgusting human being. Oh my god. Ew. Ew.
either, unquote. On Twitter, she was seen correcting her mom for misgendering her, but doesn't yet correct the claim of her being high-end autistic. This is where Lizzie Orchard comes in. Lizzie was a woman that Lily was dating at the time, and though not married, Lily would later take the last name Orchard, changing her name from Lily Pete to Lily Orchard. Here, Lizzie is seen arguing with Lily's mom on behalf of Lily. Lily's mother stating that Lily just holds grudges and refuses to see the other person's opinion, and so on. Lily then jumps in to defend Lizzie. Quote, you talk to my wife like that one more time and I'll break your fucking nose, bitch. Unquote. Lily then again berates her mother for misgendering her, then tells her to grow up. After yet another response from her mother requesting Lily manage Lizzie better, Lily threatens her mother with violence again. This confrontation ends with Lily's mother stating to not poke the bear, where then Lily continued to prod. Lily later states in response to a Twitter user who witnessed the confrontation, quote, and none of her children have autism to begin with, unquote, claiming further down that all the diagnoses directed at her and her brother were overturned recently. Lily at this point was jumping from conflict to conflict. Now in September, she was allegedly talking about Britt, referring to her as an old friend who she had a falling out with because Britt wouldn't listen to her personal issues, and that Lily had enough and left a page-long speech before removing her from her life. These were a series of posts where Lily also calls her a rumor mongerer. But what sparked this?
And how that ended up happening was kind of funny, because I released the Terra conversations first, just because there wasn't as many of them. And Lily immediately started going into damage control, started claiming that she didn't even really know me and Blake. We were charity cases. I was a fair weather friend. We weren't even friends. She was name dropping me, which at the time I hadn't revealed my legal name publicly yet, so she was just straight up doxing me.
This is why Lily...
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. That does not surprise me.
...was so aggressive. But little did she know Britt had more ammunition.
And I let her go on like that for about a week, and then I dropped our direct Skype conversations, proving that all wrong, and she immediately privated her Twitter.
The chat logs between Britt and Tara and Britt and Lily, as shown earlier, were now all made public. From Tara's persistence in trying to get her and Lily together, to Tara's strange description of Tara being a 6'3" tall redhead. These screenshots for the time being...
How tall is Lily? Does anybody know? Oh, Courtney, you might know. Courtney, how tall is Lily? I swear to God, I think Tara was the beta testing of Lily. Honestly, I think Tara was the beta test. I really do. I can't. I can't. I just have that feeling. Yeah, Lily is just about 6 feet. Okay.
It would go unaddressed, and Lily would resort to attributing highly malicious comments to Britt. But these were not very convincing, and Lily's history continued to be re-examined. Like with this 20-minute long video compiling instances where Lily directly plagiarized from the My Little Pony TV Tropes page. The videos criticizing her had hardly slowed down. They were also getting broader in examining Lily rather than examining individual controversies she was involved in. At the start of 2018, Lily found herself in a new controversy, one that did not originate from her, and one that she could use to improve her image.
This could destroy my career here, guys.
I'm sorry, Toon, but you should have thought of that before you started sexting
what about...
a 14-year-old girl.
Whoa! And that's where we leave off till tomorrow. That's where we're starting tomorrow. Yeah, that's where we're starting off tomorrow. Sai's like, fun times, fun times. This isn't fun, and the only reason why I'm finishing this video is because of y'all. I would have turned this shit off a long time ago. I don't know what time I'm going live tomorrow. I have my great niece's birthday party is tomorrow. So of course we'll be hanging out with family and stuff. It won't be during the day. I know that much because my husband's home because it's the weekend. I don't like to go live during the day when he's home so I can like hang out with him, get stuff done around the house or whatever. So it'll be tomorrow night sometime. I don't know what time, but I'll let y'all know on Twitter. You know. Yeah, we bought her a little Monster High doll. She's going to be happy with it. I don't know what it is with me and my husband, but like every year for Christmas, we go into competition mode and we try to be the best Christmas present of that year. So. And I had 3 choices of a Monster High doll to get her, and I'm like, okay, we're going to get her this one. It has a cute little bat little cat thing pet with it. It was really cute. So yes, I'm a damn good auntie. All right, this is the one that when she sees me, she automatically starts screaming and running the other direction because she wants me to chase her down and beat her up. She likes it when I beat her up. You know, elbow drop, slam her down, you know, stuff like that. So, alright, we'll finish this video tomorrow. I'm right at the, yeah, so I'm like right in the middle. I'll remember where it's at. So I'll just put part 1 in the title. I don't know what I'm going to do for a thumbnail for it, though. My God. I have no idea what I'm going to do for a thumbnail. So. Alright, so I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Alright, if for some reason I don't stream tomorrow night, I will let y'all know, not only on the community tab, but also on Twitter. But I do believe I'll be streaming tomorrow night. Okay? So, y'all have a great night, evening, day, wherever you are in the world. People are messaging me. What the hell? Alright, I'm getting the hell out of here. That was something. Now I'm scared for the second half because I have a feeling the second half of that video is going to be the worst shit. So, I'm scared. So, y'all have a good night. Peace out.
Be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate showing off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic.